Getting your teeth knocked out. So I saw teeth when I felt the energy behind your cards, Libra. Just like they looked like nice teeth. They didn't look like they were knocked out, but I did see teeth, and we have the Ten of Swords on the board. So Ten of Swords is destruction, okay? And then I also saw just like a mouth, teeth, a tongue. So maybe you guys are having mouth problems. Like you're gonna run into, I don't know, have a canker sore, or have to have, some sort of procedure done, like a dental procedure done this week, or that's coming up as a theme for you guys. Or the mouth is kind of a warning of things that could come. I feel like this isn't happening yet. I think this is a warning that you could end up with dental problems if you don't take care of your teeth. Now, because I did see one last thing, and that was cake. Just like a big wedding cake. So it's like, there's something about a sweet tooth and things affecting your mouth, and being careful with that, because Ten of Swords is not a good situation to be in if that's where you end up. Let's see what else there is. Oh, on the bottom we have the Strength card. The Strength card is kind of saying no when something's offered to you. It's like, you know what, I'll pass. That's the Strength card. So when somebody offers you that piece of cake, it's like, no, my tooth already hurts. I'm not gonna have another piece of cake because I know my teeth are sensitive to sugar. I know I have, I don't know, gum problems or something, or I get canker sores when I eat this thing. Okay. And then right underneath Strength, we have the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card. So it's like, at a celebration, right? Accepting something when it's offered to you where there's something celebratory going on, but withholding for the sake of not having something bad happen to your mouth, which is very strange to be like the thing that really the main thing to come up here. The Hierophant. The next couple cards, the Hierophant. We've got the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. That is having to see the dentist. So the Hierophant is the dentist card. The Hierophant is like the priest, the dentist, the doctor, the people who really took the time to learn something that took a long time. And then we've got the Five of Cups. That is like, well, my situation sucks, so I have to see a doctor. Or the doctor looks at me and says, like, how many sweets did you have? It's like, did you just eat nothing but sweets? Yep, you did. And then the doctor's displeased with you when he looks at your teeth and they're all falling out. Okay. On the bottom, or we already looked at the bottom. Let's go to the next Oracle cards. Let's see if we can find out more information. Anything else here for Libras regarding what's going on with them the next couple of weeks, regarding their teeth, the mouth, eating cake? What is going on here? Okay, we have Mars and Aries. Mars and Aries is hardcore impulsivity. It's like the cake's in front of me, I eat it, right? It is maybe, I'm just thinking all of a sudden, this could have something to do with an oral fixation, right? An oral fixation, like always needing to do something with your mouth, and that having an issue with your teeth or your mouth, something in your mouth. And that can also just be food, right? An oral fixation can also be food. It can be biting your nails. It can be doing any of those things. But this is impulsive. It is like no thought process, right? Like I bite my nails, I hardly think about it. And that's what this is talking about. What else? Yeah, when you're not paying attention, Pisces, out of habit, the moon, and a Mercury when you're in between tasks, or like while you're busy, that's Mercury. So again, this is like an impulsive thing you're doing with your teeth. Maybe you are a compulsive eater. Maybe you eat chips while you do other things, right? But whatever this is, it's an oral fixation that is going to cause problems in the long term. Okay. Let's pull advice. I think the advice is kind of obvious, but let's see what comes out for advice. I think the advice is to be aware. Be careful with, sweets. Be careful with any oral fixation, because it could come back to bite you in the ass this week or the next couple weeks. Okay. Libra, Justice. That's this is your advice card, by the way. Advice for my Libras. Justice is also your energy, Libra, with the scales, which is to say moderation. Right? Moderation, but also learning when to say yes or no, because if this was Temperance, I would say moderation, but because it's Justice, it's like you have to say yes or no. That's how you moderate, and it's not easy. Five of Wands, it's hard to say no sometimes. And the cards are encouraging you to say no sometimes. Maybe you have like let's say this is even more specific, like you have like a gluten sensitivity, you've got an allergy, but you can't help yourself and you impulsively, go for it every time. Again, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. So, you're going to have to say, learn when to say yes, learn when to say no. That's the advice here. And you got to remember all of the things that have happened, Four of Cups, as the result of being impulsive, right? As the result of, let's see what that is. The result of being impulsive. Okay, Four of Cups, Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands. There have been some clear-cut consequences. There have been some clear-cut consequences to your impulsivity with regards to something you're doing with your mouth. And it's not talking. It's not talking. It is something else. And in fact, it might actually be having a detrimental aesthetic effect, because underneath that we have the Empress. Maybe your teeth are already starting to look crooked. Maybe you're getting like, you're biting your teeth a lot and they're starting to get chipped and stuff, or you drink a lot of coffee and that's your impulsive thing, but it's giving you stains. So there's something about that. Okay, let's see if we get any more advice and then we're gonna close this out. So any last advice for Libras for this reading? Any last advice? Okay. We got the Staff. Hold on, we got a few cards here. We got the Staff, Unicursal Hexagram, the Arrow, Aquarius with the Book. So Unicursal Hexagram with the Arrow, and then the Book is learning about yourself, learning your own idiosyncrasies, eccentricities, your own quirks. So like learning, it's like if you're a nail biter, well, learning how to live with being a nail biter, because it's who you are, right? It's part of who you are, this compulsive thing, but you have to learn how to manage it. You just have to learn how to manage it. You have to have control of it. The bottom is the key, which stands literally for control. So you need to take control of this impulsive behavior that has to do with your mouth, or at least the advice is to do so. And it has to do with just paying attention to it. Noticing, it's like with Aquarius here, there might be like a weird strategy to help you solve the problem. Like if your problem is nail biting, you put chili pepper, chili hot sauce on your nails. Or you have like a rubber band. A lot of people do like rubber bands or like the stress ball. So there's some sort of weird strategy with Aquarius that you can do to manage your own idiosyncrasy, your quirk, this impulsive habit. And once you do that, once you find that thing, you'll have better control of it. Having better control of it is a good thing. That's what the cards are saying. Maybe it's time for me to stop biting my nails, actually. It's kind of probably what the cards are saying, too. I could use some of this advice. But that is going to be it, Libras. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and follow the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And also check out Patreon if you want to see other videos. That is a membership service that I have links for below. So check that out. It's in my profile. And also on the description for the video. See you guys next time.